To reach the port of heaven, we must sail, sometimes with the wind and sometimes against it.
But we must sail and not drift nor lie at anchor. And I think that says a lot about this regatta. Whether you go home with a piece of silver or a pewter or a bag, every single one of you were winners.
It began in 2002 with a group of visionaries who had sailed most of their lives. They began to discuss ways they could give back to the sport that had given them so much joy and satisfaction. From that discussion, the C. Thomas Clagett Jr. Memorial Clinic and Regatta was born. Devoted to the evolution of the human spirit and the development of personal levels of achievement through the vehicle of competitive sailing, the Clagett Regatta has spawned an elite class of Paralympic sailors and has been pivotal in improving the quality of life of a multitude of intermediate and beginner sailors alike.
We were talking about the folks that come here to sail. And the one thing that's consistent with all of these people is that they all have worked through whatever disability they have and come out the other side.
From its inception through this, the 10-year anniversary, the Clagett Regatta has evolved to include all 3 Paralympic classes. The one-person 2.4-meter boat in which the skipper sits at water level and has all the outward appearances of a miniature 12-meter America's Cup yacht. This class is sailed by disabled and able-bodied sailors alike. The Sonar, a 3-person keelboat that has been adapted to disabled sailing. And designed specifically as a Paralympic class boat, the 2-person Scud 18. The Clagett Regatta is a 4-day event. Day 1 is a racing clinic conducted by world-class coaches, headed by Betsy Allison, 5-time Rolex Yachtswoman of the Year, and currently the U.S. Sailing Paralympic coach.
I've seen a lot of these athletes, when they first come in, very timid about trying something new and exploring possibilities. And over time, their confidence in everything that they do has just gone through the ceiling.
Race days begin with breakfast, after which the competitors in each class break up into groups with the coaches to discuss tactics and to answer any questions that the competitors may have.
The bottom third is where you start figuring out where you're going and what you're going to do and where your competition is.
Then it's into the boats and off to the race course. Following each race day is a debrief session with food and other enjoyable activities. The Clagett Regatta has spawned Paralympic sailors like the late Nick Scandone, Maureen McKinnon-Tucker, Paul Tingley, Ricky Dorr, Hugh Friend, and Jerry Tiernan, John McRoberts, Stacy Lauti, and John Ruff. The 2012 crop included Paul Callahan, Tom Brown, and Bradley Johnson, as well as Alexander Wang Hansen, Pierre-Eugene Christensen, and Marie Solberg, Jen French, J.P. Crenot, Mark LeBlanc, and Julio Reguero.
Good morning, Newport, Rhode Island. My name's Steve Shaw, and up until 3 days ago, I was a Clagett Virgin. I think the largest thing that was the opportunities to fellowship over food, over a beer, and swap some stories, tell a few jokes, really made it a welcoming atmosphere for a new sailor to come in and cut their teeth on competitive sailing.
It's incredible what everybody's doing. They make sure that you have everything you need. Every single person, the staff, the volunteers, the other competitors have just been so welcoming, especially for such a new sailor, helping us get in and out of the boats. It's been incredible. It's been really, really incredible, and I hope every regatta going forward is set up like this.
The Clagett Regatta has always been really quite a unique event. Its volunteers are always present and plentiful. The race committee is always very good. It's really an event where you can just show up with the clothes on your back and everything is kind of taken care of.
But the real beauty of this remarkable event is that all sailors, from experts and novice, mingle and share their knowledge in order to improve their game. The 2012 edition of the Clagett Regatta was its 10th anniversary. This regatta is and will continue to be the frontrunner in disabled sailing for years to come, as a direct result of the vision, spirit, dedication, and commitment, not only of their founders and organizers, but an enormous group of volunteers, sponsors, and kind donors. Happy anniversary.